What is up, rockers of the Rock Nation? This is your fellow rocker here, ex-Rockerman X, and I apologize for how I look. I just got a shower not too long ago, but I'm here with my prediction for WrestleMania tomorrow night, this Sunday, whatever you guys want to say. And before I even start with predicting anything, can I just say that this WrestleMania, I mean, I know other people's been saying it and talking about it on the internet, YouTube, Facebook, wherever, talking about it. As I already said, this WrestleMania does not feel like a WrestleMania, or the build's been bad. And I can kind of agree with that, because to me, this WrestleMania doesn't feel like a WrestleMania to me. I mean, maybe it's because Undertaker's streak is broken and he came back, but yet I find it stupid that he's come back after his streak's been broken. No offense to anyone to say that. It's just various different reasons to me why this doesn't feel like a WrestleMania, or even one of the big four pay-per-views. To me, it feels like a filler pay-per-view, but the only reason why I know for a fact that it's WrestleMania is the fact that Undertaker is back, or even Sting is in there, because that's the only way it feels like a WrestleMania to me. And honestly, this WrestleMania isn't. I don't think it's going to be based off looks, to me, it's not going to be a memorable WrestleMania, but looks can be deceiving, but to me, it just doesn't feel like WrestleMania. I mean, with the ladder match, and I'll get more on this later and stuff like that, but enough with that, on with my prediction video. Now, as for the kickoff show, I think we're supposed to get two matches. The Tag Team Championship and the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. As for the WWE Tag Team Championship match, which is a Fatal 4-Way Tag Team match, which is the Usos, Los Matadores, the New Day, and Tyson, Kidd, and Cesaro, who are the defending champions. Honestly, I am expecting a good tag team match, because Fatal 4-Way Tag Team matches are usually good in a way. But honestly, I feel like even if they would give it to Usos, I don't think they are. So I think they're going to have Kidd and Cesaro. My prediction is Tyson, Kidd, and Cesaro are going to retain the tag team championships. I just really got to say the match. I'm hoping the tag team championship match is good. It should be, considering it's a Fatal 4-Way tag match, but you never know. As for now, the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, I'm assuming it's going to be on the pre-show. Maybe not, might be on the actual card. But either way, still should be a decent match. I mean, the Battle Royal isn't always the best match ever, because obviously it's a Battle Royal, not really a Royal Rumble. Sometimes they can be exciting depending on what it is, stuff like that. And I don't know, honestly, who's all actually going to be in it. I mean, I know a few, but I'm just going to go with the obvious choice here and say Big Show. Why not? It's the Big Show. Hasn't been relevant too much lately, but, whatever. Now, as for the main match card, and this match card, when I talk about the main WrestleMania match card, is going to be out of whack. But that's because of the way how I wrote down everything. But, as for the World Heavyweight Championship match, to be honest, I already called this way back during TLC, I think, or even around Royal Rumble time. I called it. Probably around TLC time I called it, I'm assuming. I might even call it Survivor Series time. I don't remember. But I called Roman Reigns winning the Rumble. I assume a lot of people did. And I assume him and I already called him going on to WrestleMania to face Brock. No Daniel Bryan in the mix at all. And honestly, I'm going to call it right now. Roman Reigns is going to win against Brock Lesnar and become the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Only because, as I already said before, if Seth Rollins doesn't cash in, or even if he does cash in, it's going to start some kind of feud between Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins, since we really haven't seen that. And depending on how the match goes and whatever, Brock Lesnar, since I know he re-signed with WWE and he announced that he re-signed, Brock Lesnar may or may not be somehow in the mix. But I'm calling it right now. Roman Reigns is winning against Brock Lesnar, becoming the new champion. Simple as that. The next match that I'm going to say is the Intercontinental Championship ladder match. Bad News Barrett, Dolph Ziggler, Stardust, R-Truth, Dean Ambrose, Luke Harper, Daniel Bryan. Here's all I got to say about this. It's the Intercontinental... I feel like this is WWE telling people to fuck off, or at least giving a little bit of what we want. Because I said this, and I know other people said this, that the Money in the Bank match should be put back at WrestleMania. But I know this ladder match isn't going to be a yearly thing. If it is, I'd be like, really? But how people say the Money Bank match should be put back at WrestleMania. This is like them saying, oh, here, you guys want the Money in the Bank match back at WrestleMania? Well, we can't give you that because of Money in the Bank. So we're going to give you an Intercontinental Championship match. Basically, I mean, either way, it still should be a good match. Presumably, even with the people in it, I would say probably Dolph Ziggler or Daniel Bryan winning. But my final pick is going to be Daniel Bryan winning, all because it's Daniel Bryan, and you know they're going to find a way to please the fans. So the fans don't get pissed off at all. So I'm calling Daniel Bryan winning the ladder match and becoming a new Intercontinental Champion. Now a tag team match. The Bella Twins versus AJ Lee and Paige. Now, ultimately, since I know Brie Bella, I think because where Brie Bella wants to go become a mom, and I don't think she's re-signed with WWE, or at least her contract's a little bit different at the moment. Presumably, I think the Bella Twins are going to split up sometime soon. And I'm honestly going to call it AJ Lee and Paige winning over him. And I find it stupid that there's no Divas Championship defense when it is WrestleMania, but there's nothing much you can do about it. Now, the United States Championship match, Rusev versus John Cena. Ultimately, I don't know really what to say about this match. Other than after seeing what we saw at Fastlane and seeing what's been happening from Fastlane until now with the whole Rusev-John Cena feud. I still, for the love of God, hope John Cena wins, only because I want Rusev to be defeated, lose his undefeated streak, and honestly wouldn't mind seeing John Cena as United States Champion. Maybe he'll bring back the United States Spinner Belt. I doubt it, but it'd be a cool thing to see. But my pick is John Cena becoming the new United States Champion, ultimately, so he wins the match over Rusev. The next match I want to talk about, Seth Rollins versus Randy Orton. Ultimately, I feel like this feud is actually decent for what it is. I mean, I like Orton. I don't necessarily like Rollins, even if Rollins is part of the Authority, because I like the Authority mainly because like Triple H, Stephanie, because I'm fans of them. But ultimately, I'm gonna love seeing Randy Orton kick Seth Rollins' ass. So you already know my pick there. Randy Orton is going to get the W over Seth Rollins. Now as for, I'm going to skip a match real quick, because this is one I really want to talk about. But the last one I'm skipping a match, I'm going to talk about and go to another one real quick. Which is only two left I got. Bray Wyatt versus The Undertaker. Now, I have nothing to say about this other than we haven't seen much of The Undertaker. We only got like a small promo saying that Hero Recipes wasn't actually his voice. We know it was all pre-recorded. Towards Bray, stuff like that. So basically pulling a Sting card out of what they already did, but, you know, can't really say much about it. I mean, Undertaker, he's one of my favorite superstars of all time, only because it's The Undertaker. He's always been one of my favorites. I grew up watching The Undertaker and a bunch of others from that Attitude Era, stuff like that. And Bray Wyatt, one of my, I'm going to say, he's not the newest, but I'm going to say newer guys out, because he's been in WWE for like 2 years, I think. And I'm just going to say newer to an extent. And Bray Wyatt, you know, I've always been drawn to the creepy gimmick, so Undertaker versus Bray Wyatt's actually a good match. Even I preferred being Undertaker versus Sting. But there is talk that might happen at WrestleMania 32. But you never know for sure. But ultimately, I'm going to say just because for the pure mechanics of I think how WWE's going to work this match, they might shock us. But Bray Wyatt is probably going to win. Simple as that. So I'm going to call Bray Wyatt winning. All because it would make sense as the torch being passed to a new generation of fear and stuff like that. Because Bray Wyatt's all evolved the new face of fear, stuff like that. Undertaker has always been fear in some way. So I think it'd be a nice way to pass the torch. Even it sucks. So it makes sense that the streak already ended last year. So that way it wouldn't end against Bray Wyatt. Even though I'd probably rather have, like I said before, rather have a streak end against Sting. But nothing much you can do. But like I said, Bray Wyatt for Undertaker. Bray Wyatt. As bad as my allegiance is to the Undertaker and how it always has been, I'm going to be the predictable person here and say Bray Wyatt's probably going to win. So Bray Wyatt's my prediction. Even though with the Undertaker, from pictures I've seen of him lately and stuff like that, because he's definitely aged. Because I looked at his wife Michelle's, of course, Michelle McCool. I looked at her Instagram just randomly just to see how Undertaker actually looked and aged actually recently. And he does his hair, you know, still short. He shaved his beard and stuff off, or goatee, whatever you want to call it. So, but with that, I honestly think the whole point of what they're doing is even to have they're trying to bring the old age Undertaker with the whole feud. I wouldn't mind seeing Undertaker since the streak basically died with the Phenom and the Dead Man. You know, still be Dead Man, but died with the other Undertaker. It'd be nice to kind of see Undertaker come back with the ABA, American Badass style. You know, come back with the motorcycle, rolling in with the freaking the Kid Rock style one, the Kid Rock theme he had when he was American Badass. Because it makes sense from how he looks at the moment. I would love, it would be cool seeing that. But now the last match. Oh Lord. But it's probably not going to be the last match, but the last match I'm talking about because it's the last match I have left. Triple H versus Sting. Now this match, I ultimately have nothing to say about this other than I'm expecting a great match from these two people. I mean, on Bray Wyatt Undertaker, I'm expecting a great match. Seth Rollins, Randy, I'm expecting a good, you know, stuff like that. But Triple H and Sting, I'm expecting this to be a good match because Triple H, one of my all-time favorites as well. Sting, another one of my favorites. That's when he was in TNA. I actually watched TNA while he was in TNA. I don't watch TNA that much anymore, so why does that tell you? And it's hard for me to pick a winner here. Just because Triple H is one of my all-time favorites. Sting, another one of my all-time favorites. Just back and forth. I don't know who to pick. I want to pick Triple H, but at the same time, it's like, I want to go predictable and pick Sting. And I know for a fact the match isn't going to end in some kind of draw because something, but if I ultimately have to pick a winner here, I'm looking at my DX poster with the game on it. Triple H, I'm sorry. But ultimately, my prediction to win this match, just for predictability with what WWE does, since it's Sting's first time in a WWE, in a WWE ring, especially at WrestleMania. Ultimately, Sting's going to be my pick to win. Simple as that. So Sting beats Triple H. That's honestly all I got to say. That's really it for my predictions too. If you guys want to, if you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel. Links to my Facebook and my Twitter is down below. If you want to like my Facebook page, follow me on my Twitter. Even comment on my videos if you guys want an opinion on any of my videos on my opinion. You know, I'm willing to talk. You know, comment on any of my videos, like any of my videos if you guys like them, whatever. And all I gotta say is, until tomorrow night with either the 90-minute season finale of Walking Dead or WrestleMania, hopefully both, live free and rock.